What's going on, everyone? It's Dark Strider, the YouTube Assassin, and I kind of feel like we need to go back in time. Here we are with Throwback Thursdays. This is a new segment on this channel, and we are going to explore older games. And you know what? You should know your history. You should know where you came from. And that is what I'm going to do every Thursday. I'm going to give you some Throwback Thursdays. I'm going to give you some old school games. We're going to play them, and we're going to have a lot of fun. So, this week, what we are doing is we are playing Streets of Rage for the Sega Genesis. Now, this was a classic game. And honestly, it was kind of crazy. This city was once a happy, peaceful place until one day a powerful secret criminal organization took over. This vicious syndicate soon had control of the government and even the police force. The city has become a center of violence and crime and so forth and so on. And it was the Streets of Rage, which, let me tell you, coming from New York City, this is untrue. New York City does have its issues, but we never have a trifecta of a bonsai boxing ex-cop, a lambada judo hot ex-cop, and a video game martial artist. This is completely untrue. So, obviously it's fiction. But it is a good game. It's an actually amazing beat-em-up game. Done in the kind of sort of way that Double Dragon was done. So, honestly, my favorite character is Blaze, because she is a powerhouse in this game. But I'll tell you what, I'm going to go with Axel. Even though they have all these token characters, let's get into it. So, basically, the whole thing is, side-scrolling battling. Amazing kind of stuff. Honestly, for like the 1980s, late 90s, this was gold. This is what we did. And one of the big reasons that I'm bringing this up is because I want you guys, if you love me, if you love what Uncle Dark Strider does, by all means, please go and check out Dark Retro, which is my retro channel, which I play old school games like this. And, I just have a lot of fun with it. There are some things that have no commentary. There are some things that will have commentary. There are some things where, like, especially, I'm going to show you all the cheat codes and everything for these games. So, by all means, check it out. Link in the description below. Absolutely amazing. Had a lot of fun with this. Honestly, you know what? I grew up in the South Bronx, and I never had this kind of problem. I never had a bunch of ninjas or, Double Dragon style people trying to assail me as I was walking to school or anything. But that's not what these games are about. They're about, like side scrollers. They're having fun. Could you imagine how freaking crazy it would be to do a side scroller in today's day and age? I mean, honestly, this is actually absolutely amazing. These games, they were a lot of fun way back in the day. I'm not gonna lie. This is what we grew up with in the late 80s, early 90s. And Streets of Rage was such a massive hit that not only did it have 3 parts on the Sega Genesis, the 16-bit console, that I don't know why they were trying to compete. God. Okay. This is something that I gotta discuss on my, on Dark Retro, but for some reason, Sega decided that it would be a great idea to crap on the original Nintendo Entertainment System, because the NES was 8-bit, and you know what? It did produce a lot of freaking fantastic games, but once the Sega Genesis came out, their whole thing was Genesis does what Nintendo don't. And you know what's funny about that is that, yeah, Nintendo couldn't do that because they didn't have a 16-bit system. They had an 8-bit system, but they were still outselling the Genesis way back in the day. This is why I don't like, doing the whole, console wars and everything, because, I called it. I called which consoles were going to win, which consoles were going to lose. And honestly, I'd rather talk games. And this game right now I'm playing on the PS4. I'm playing the Sega Genesis Classics. And that's where I get this game from. And you know what? Even though I have the original cartridge, because one day I'm going to show you guys all my office, my studio. I have an entire freaking library of old school games, of current games. Absolutely amazing. And I love having the actual, not digital. I like having hard copies because for me, it's kind of intimidating, honestly. Secondly, I just feel like it's completely awesome to have the originals. So I've got the originals. I'm playing this right now for you guys, just so you can see what it looked like. But I'm not gonna lie, this was an amazing game. Absolutely phenomenal way back in the day. Sega, they did an amazing job with this game. This was a classic. And you know what I'm even more blown away by? They had 3 Streets of Rage games. And recently, they created Streets of Rage 4. And I'm going to tell you right now, I played it. Absolutely amazing. Especially if you're an old school gamer. If you're an old school gamer, guys, go pick it up. Anyone who's around my age, anyone who knows what I'm talking about, go check out Dark Retro. That is where I play a bunch of these old school games. I fully intend on doing cheat codes and information like that so that you could have fun with it. Even on the current consoles, if you're playing this on PS4 or PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X, I'm going to give you the code so that way you can play it. You can do cheats, whatever. It's always a lot of fun, honestly. Even with the cheat codes. Some people, they prefer not to do with cheat codes. Regardless whether you want to do with cheats or not, I don't care. I'm all in it to have fun. Oh, this is a Freddy Krueger looking dude. This dude, look at these clothes. Like, where? Why? What? And then he's got this little punk that keeps showing up. Yeah, I'm gonna bring out the police force. Because I think I'm gonna die here, so I'm gonna make sure I get the maximum. Oh, yep, there I go. Okay, here I am again. Gonna mess you up, gonna mess you up. These games were so freaking funny way back in the day. And I don't know if you guys saw, the other day I did a short where Lady Shredder and I were actually playing the original NES, and we were having a good old time. And you know what? Honestly, for any content creators that are out there, any future content creators that are out there, anyone who is trying to get involved with game creation or YouTube videos, I want you guys to understand, number one, I fully support you. Yeah, I ask any of the family, Outworld Dragoon, Amber Gaming, Smart Glitch Gaming, Mid-40s Gamer, Bearded Axe, I have a place for you on my Discord because I don't want a dime from you. I just want you guys to express yourselves. I want you guys to do your thing. That's number one. Number two, I want you to understand that regardless of what your genre is, regardless of what your system, your game is, whatever, your niche, there is a spot for you on YouTube. Alright? Number three, don't ever feel like you have to kind of submit to a certain group. You never have to submit to a certain group. You do your thing. You do what makes you happy. Don't follow trends. Don't go into like all that nonsense. Do what you do. I started Dark Retro because I wanted people to see the old school games that I was playing. And I play a lot of old school games. Nintendo, Sega Genesis, Nintendo 64, Super Nintendo, Sega Master System, all kinds of stuff. Commodore 64, I dare you. In fact, you know what? Name a Commodore 64 game in the comments below. And I'm going to reach out to you. Maybe I'll give you a $20 gift card to whatever system you're currently playing. But this is what I love to do. I love playing games. I've played games forever. I've played games since I was younger. I've played all of these games. I absolutely love them. Love them. And I'll continue to play them. And you know what else is kind of crazy? Lady Shredder has recently been really on my butt. She wants me to do my own game. So, if I was to do a video game, what kind of video game do you think I should do? I would love to hear your feedback. And if I create a game based on your idea, I will gladly give you credit for it. Why not? Why wouldn't I? Come on, you thought of it.